Alright, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
Jacob.
And we're here for JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Part 3, Episode 17.
Yeah.
Oh, so this is a Part 2 of the Lover stand battle guy. Yes, he has his microscopic little tiny stand inside Joseph Joestar's brain nerve center, causing all kinds of wacky problems, because if this guy takes any kind of pain, damage, anything like that, he dishes it back to Joseph in stronger doses. And he can still be hurt, killed, and all those other things. He's not invulnerable, but Joseph will, you know, take more.
Yeah, exactly. He might be killed, and then he might die, and so we must do this surgery with Kakyo and Polnareff.
Yes, we have a little sword and we have a little squid monster. They're going into his
going on magic school bus on
ear. Oh my gosh! Yeah. Yes,
I mean, basically what they're doing. Like,
please let this be a normal stand battle with the Joe Bros. No way! Oh my gosh. Alright guys, well, we're excited for this episode because we got a conclusion probably to a stand battle.
Probably.
So it's gonna be pretty good. So without further ado, let's do this. You know they like rebooted that show?
I know.
It's so stupid.
It's terrifying is what it is.
Just that brilliant part right there is just so cool for an opening. Tsudoshi Stardust. Gume ni me no mezame ni yobarete Hokoku tachi wa mukau Toshi no suno okori journey. I love that. No surana Karuma Hikari de Tatsadame Sakuram 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 Uchikomu no wa Uraya 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 Hokori no le Break it down Kobushi Harutsu Vision stand proud.
I love just how many studs. Like, look at that. It's not just like on the knuckles. It's all over the back of the hand.
Yes. Lovers Part 2. With his hand on his hip pose.
Yep.
I love when Jotaro's head kept like covers his eyes. Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Scratch it.
Were you the type of person that likes the gentle massages or the rough massages?
We should give him our change. Oh my gosh. Having older relatives ain't easy. What is this? What is this? Ah, cool. Take the TV. Get mobile. Yeah. Oh.
It's a small little guy even like this.
We're aware. Let's kill it already.
Hey, talking is a free action.
That's true. That's true. I love the vibrations on the sword. Like a daikon radish. Like a bugfish skin. Like shell.
Maybe Hierophant Green should do something too.
Yeah, yeah. Oh. Oh, dang. Oh, crap.
Oh, that's...
Oh, dang. Gross. No, you wouldn't ever. Oh. Oh, dang. I tend to forget things, so I'm making a memo. Oh,
tentacles
are always OP. Multiplying even.
Oh, that's bad.
So I will teach you this life lesson. Oh boy.
Well, and couldn't they also just start attacking the bud or whatever to buy more time?
Sure. That's annoying. With lights going from to the top! What is this show?
Okay,
wow!
That was great.
Oh.
Steal it.
Yeah, steal it for me, yep. He's like, That's cool. Oh my god, wow. I saw it coming, but
yeah, yeah.
Oh, we brought our muscle here to come beat this guy.
Are they squatting?
Oh, oh, dang, that's oh my gosh. Could he potentially use his stand to, oh, that was a cool transition. Yeah. My stupid laugh.
How evil.
Oh? We haven't seen Jotaro laugh like almost ever.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
お前何か勘違いしないか。いや、貴様は俺たちのことをよく知らない。華僑
Yeah.
のやつのことを知らない。
Oh, Kakyoin.
何？すべては己の弱さを認めた時に始まるか。なるほど。全く僕もそう思う。お前は敵を知らなすぎたようだな。勉強不足だ。気がつかなかったのか。僕のハイエロファントは地面を張って根を伸ばすことが。
Okay. All right. All right.
今度は貴様だ。エメラルドスプラッシュ。
Nice visuals.
やった
Oh! Oh!
おやおやおや。
Oya, 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 oya.
おるかな。俺のお仕置きの分が。
Oh, crap.
もう叶わないと思って結果に潜り込んだぞ。
Oh, dang. Stop it.
の脳から脱出する気だな。
Ham on, yeah. Awesome.
All right.
Oh, that's so legit.
肉の目が消えていくぜ。血の脳を出ていくということ
Right.
は、本体のステイリー・ダンのところに。
Oh, right. Stans
ス
can.
タンドが戻っていくぞ。
Oh, to get Jotaro.
Yeah, yeah.
翔太郎はそれを知らない。
Gotcha.
イさんの方では何が起こっているのか話してくれないのか。
Oh!
何を慌てている。どこへ行こうって。
You need to be
The funny thing
somewhere.
is, he could have just played it off like
逃げ
really
ようとしたん
coolly.
じゃねえだろ。
Yeah. Oh.
Wow, that would be painful. He's like begging. Maybe this is actually all a ploy because he knows his stand is on its way back.
Right. So he's
He's
just
trying
trying
to
to buy time.
Buy time, yeah. Hey, that's genius if it is. He's got the shadow thing with the.
Just for another.
Oh my gosh. Oh, dang.
And start platinum.
So precise, so precise. Ah! Oh! Oh! Oh!
こんなこと企んでるんだろうと思ったぜ。
Oh!
スタープラチナの選手、目の良さを知らない。
Didn't you know?
お前のスタンド。
Your stand? Just your excellency stand! Wow, Jotaro! Oh!
そうだね。てめえから受けた今までのツケは腕と足で償い支払ったことにしてやるか。
Whoa.
もう決して俺たちの前に現れたりしないと。
Well, he's letting him live, though.
Really?
の出会ったら戦闘に叩き込むぜ。
And you know he'll do it! Oh. Wow. Oh, don't you dare. Don't you dare touch those kids.
Okay, well, saying you're gonna do something is just plain stupid.
そこの女の子を見な。今その女の子の耳の中に私のスタンド、ラバーズだからこのナイフでてめえの背中をぶつりと突き刺す。てめえにも再起不能になってもらうぜ。スタープラチナで俺を襲ってみろ。あの女の子は確実に死ぬ。やれやれだ。
Yada yada da.
ついてみろ。あ、おい、わからねえのか。動くなと言った。
What? Whoa. What's going on? Oh no! Oh! 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 Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh, you're kidding me. What? What? Tentacle powers are OP!
That's right.
You must be.
よほど無我夢中だったようだ
You done goof.
許しはてめえが殺したエンヤバーに
Oh!
俺たちは初めっから
Oh!
ない
Oh!
ディオから前金をもらっている
I admire this guy's begging. It's pretty.
てめえのつけば金では払えねえぜ
He's still going! He's still going!
For those 10,000 hit combos.
つけの
Here's the receipt.
Nice.
Oh! And he walks into the light with the shadows and everything. Oh my gosh! This show just gets Rule of Cool.
It does.
They get it.
It really does.
They're like, what? What? Limitations on Rule of Cool?
Sorry.
I can't hear you over the sound of my. Like, what the heck?
Yeah. Yeah. All right. That was an episode.
Finish him. Fatality. You know, like, good grief.
Combo breaker.
Jotaro does not know what overkill means. Like,
Nope.
Like, here's
Nope.
the thing. I think it's
But
warranted.
he does know what aura kill means.
Okay, so I think the reason why he went all out on this one is very clear. It's because he touched his family, essentially. And it's not just that. He also did the condescending thing of being very higher than thou and basically treating Jotaro like a slave. So it's a combination of the two things that Jotaro can't stand. Basically, you don't mess with Jotaro's family. You don't. You don't mess with my mom. You don't mess even with my grumpy grandpa, even though I'm not the biggest fan of him. He's my grandpa. And then you also don't rub in your cocky, condescending demeanor in my face.
I'm better than you.
Kind of the guy that who was it earlier on that was like talking crap to me, like, "Hey kid" or whatever, and he was just like just fuming. I don't remember who it was exactly, but oh my gosh! Like, as a way to end it, though, that was the longest like just finisher that we have ever seen so far.
Yeah,
like,
that one was pretty over the top. Like
he's dead. Like, that guy, he's so dead.
He beat him to a little pulp,
a bloody pulp. Yeah,
yes,
a mush.
And he did that after he half squashed him.
Right. That's something that I was a little bit worried about. Is that they've kind of done the thing of modeling Jotaro after kind of the edgy Clint Eastwood character,
but I still don't kill the enemies.
Right. But he does torture the enemy. So that's something where Jotaro's pride is a very real thing, and so far it's never really been a negative to him. Like,
it hasn't been a real problem.
Not one with actual consequences. I am enjoying the Rule of Cool factor.
Yes,
that the show delivers.
And this is one of those things where I get the feeling that Jotaro was all thinking about, like, okay, what's going to be my one-liner after I finish this guy? He's like, wait, okay, I'll write it all down so that he knows about it. He'll ask about it. And then later, I'll be like, here's your receipt. Oh, yeah, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, but even before that, he's like, you should have asked Enya for forgiveness because I have none for you.
Right. Yeah.
Here's your receipt. And then he just turns and walks.
Billowing trench coat behind him.
The show gets the over-the-top, stupidly ridiculous machismo... Rule of Cool just style, and it's totally fun in JoJo's. Like most shows, that kind of stuff they just half do it, and it's not as
fun. But JoJo's is like the definition of going all out with it because like just look at it.
Yeah, true. It looks fantastic.
Yeah.
Specifically, the way that they defeated Lovers as a stand, I thought was kind of clever. I liked that. Essentially, it was kind of what Joseph did with laying the rope kind of trap thing for was that AC/DC?
AC/DC,
And in this case, is Kakyoin utilizing his stand, which his stand, now that we kind of bring it up, has very nebulous abilities. Like, we don't actually know exactly, like...
Right.
Kind of, like, what are the things that his... Like, maybe we just forgot because it was introduced in episode 2.
Maybe that's their explanation for how he was able to possess the person.
What?
Because if Hierophant Green has, like, tentacle powers and stuff, as we know, tentacle powers can do basically anything.
Right.
So, that maybe that could have been how it worked. Is it just... got its tentacles inside the other
JoJo's
person.
Bizarre Adventure understands that tentacle powers are OP.
Exactly.
And this episode was all about kind of just that idea. Just tentacle powers are OP.
I mean, the whole fight with Enya was about that too, pretty much.
That is kind of true.
I mean...
Yeah, guys, if you're wondering what we're meaning by the tentacle powers are OP, this is a phrase that we've coined. Don't think we've seen it anywhere else, really.
Right. But it's just the idea that anytime there's anything even remotely resembling tentacles in an anime, it's usually an OP power.
It's usually an OP power because they just use it as an excuse for them to do a whole bunch of things.
Right, exactly.
That most ones wouldn't be able to do. I like how specific Star Platinum's abilities are, in that they're more along the lines of specific attributes, along the lines of like reflexes, precision, and then just overall speed and power, of course. But the idea that it's all precise, it's very calculated.
Yes. Right.
I like that rather than it being about how my stand has
strength.
Well, right, or like raw durability. Like we don't know what happens if a stand user does a tremendous blow to Star Platinum, because we've almost never seen Star Platinum come close to losing. So, dealing with a scummy guy like this one was quite satisfying. I liked the little bit with the stealing at the jewelry shop.
Oh,
because if you're stealing from someone in this area,
I'm pretty sure he just copied that bracelet.
Wait, what?
I'm pretty sure he just copied.
Are you trying to bring that up?
Do or do not. There is no try.
Yeah, I think that was like a lame attempt, and
Yeah, but
okay, so
the whole stealing thing was very nice.
No, what was fun was that he uses other people's natural responses to attack Jotaro, and I think that's kind of a fun thing, rather than him like punching himself or things there,
or doing stuff of like saying like you have to let them beat you up, Jotaro. Instead, he said don't use your stand, and it's like, oh, okay, right. But then, of course, Jotaro wasn't able to actually, beat them without his stand.
Because he's a 17-year-old kid, even if he is...
Even
if he is ridiculously large and muscular Joe Bro
he's still just a high school student.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I liked how we both caught on to the thing of, well, why don't you use your uniform to clean up? We were like, this unforgivable.
He would rather lick them clean.
Yeah, exactly. What was the bit with the memo? Like he was writing things down.
Yeah.
When he's like, hey, what are you doing? He's like, we hadn't seen Jotaro ever really laugh like that before.
No, we hadn't. This was a whole nother side of Jotaro. Yeah.
It's Jotaro losing, essentially.
Right.
Like Jotaro couldn't, like it was a perfect counter to Jotaro's stand, because the fight isn't between...
Because it wasn't about the stand.
Yeah. The fight wasn't between him and Jotaro. The fight was between him and the others as they tried to deal with Joseph there. I liked the clever callback to Hamon here, in that Hamon wasn't able to be used until the stand was dealt with, but once it was, getting rid of the flesh bud was as easy as 1, 2, 3, clap,
Yep. And I love that, because it's making it seem like, okay, even though we're completely changing power systems, we're not retconning all the other stuff. Right. Hamon still exists. It's just it's not that it's even less effective. It's just that it basically does nothing against these guys.
Right,
now.
Because Hamon counters like vampires and undead things.
And all that stuff. Yeah.
So in this case, it's very useful against someone like Dio and his stuff that he does. But against a stand, no, not at all.
Exactly.
Just another clever callback there. There was something else in this episode that really in particular I was a big fan of. Oh, it's the funny part. The scratching. The scratching. Like because we know that the feeling is amplified.
Right, exactly.
On his end. So if you were getting your back scratched, it feels kind of nice. It doesn't feel bad, and it doesn't feel good, really. It just kind of is like, oh, it's like, that's nice.
But it's like if you were to take that feeling of like a really good massage and then multiply it by like 5 or something.
Back scratching.
Right.
So what it is more of like your fingers just kind of doing this on someone's back and then just kind of going like that, you know?
Uh-huh.
But imagine that with like the grip and the strength of triple that.
Right.
And it's like, and then it just gives you this weird feeling of nothing touching your back, but you feel the sensor receptors or whatever just freaking out as if they are. That I would be in Joseph's boat like completely. I'd be like, no, this is weird. Like, stop, please.
And it was kind of strange to hear Joseph being like, oh, without the no.
Yeah, that's true. But I loved how the crowd was like, oh, poor, having to deal with older relatives. My heart goes out to them. Let's throw them some change,
throw them
you know?
some money, yeah. And then they're like, okay, let's just buy the TV and like go
right?
else.
But it's just like, these are regular people, and they're just like, oh,
yep.
The dad, the grandpa, he's going a little bit senile. And
one thing I was a little bit curious about. One thing I was a little bit curious about is how did the lovers dude, right, the stand user, actually find out that they were sending their stands in after it until, because when he said that, the stands hadn't actually come across each other yet.
Well, I think that on some levels, stands, when they're interacting with something that they control, they can kind of feel when something else is coming in towards it. So let's say he has control of all of Joseph's sensing ability. So like his ability to physically sense something.
Possibly.
Maybe Joseph can physically feel the stands going through his body because he can see stands. Why couldn't he be able to feel and touch stands? Like imagine if this is just a cool thing to just think about. Like imagine Joseph goes to touch Star Platinum.
Right.
What happens? Does his hand pass through? Does he feel something?
I think he would actually feel something because when Star Platinum say punches somebody that is a human,
right,
it still affects them.
Right.
But I don't
even
think
if they can't see stand users.
Right.
Though.
But I don't think it goes two ways. The whole stand user or the lover's stand inside Joseph's brain. The fact that it's in Joseph's brain is why it's feeling what the other guy feels.
Yeah. I guess also there's the thing of that. Time is a little bit disconnected.
Yeah, sure. And it could also be just that he's like, well, that's the obvious strategy, right? If they want to be able to beat it, then they would have to shrink their stands down and get inside. But since he doesn't say no Joseph's stand, he might not realize how much of a possibility that is.
He could also just have an ability in his stand that we don't know about that just gives him some kind of information.
Yep.
Another thing he could have is he can see everything going on inside the body because he is controlling Joseph in some way.
Right.
So he's aware of everything, the muscles, the bones, and he's like, what are those two little bright yellow and silver things, or green and silver things going through there?
Sure.
It's like, very smart, yes.
Yeah. The whole thing of Hierophant Green having a tentacle stuck on the stand from that far away that wasn't used when Star Platinum first grabbed it. I thought that was pretty funny. Like that was on the next level antic-wise, that it's like, okay, in another show it would have really bugged me, but because it's JoJo's, I'm like, awesome, yeah, go with it, because why not? You know, would it have made more sense for the tentacle thing to be used first and then to have Star Platinum grab it from the kid?
Right.
Maybe, but who cares?
Who cares? Yeah. JoJo's is kind of ridiculous fun like that, and we'll keep enjoying that ridiculous fun because we're not going to get it anywhere else. This is the source for that kind of stuff.
Yep.
All right, guys, if you want to watch the next episode's reaction right now, go check out that link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get on early access there. You can watch full-length reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us about crazy stuff, for our favorite stand or whatever. Yeah. If any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.